Hello guys, welcome to my channel. And actually I'm trying to design the board game which is like the Age of Sail, where players can go on to the map of the world and explore the new world, and also like trying to get territories and fight with each other. And so this is like my cards like for the game, and sounds like a little bit like Monopoly. It's just uh like territory card, and I have many ports and choking points here. So you can see like I have many ports from 6 continents, and I decided the game is just like try to have fun and try to like a little bit like Model United Nations. People can negotiate and can fight with each other to get their greatest benefits. So I have 6 identity cards. Like the first one is Britain, and now you see like it was the biggest empire in the world 1 to 200 years ago, and you can like collect more money for every territory each 5 turns. And the second one is Russia. Like, seems Russia is good at fighting or something. So because besides like its geographical position is it's not as good as others, so I just put them to be a stronger. And China, well, which is very good at doing chase. Like America, well, America is super strong here, and you can just like build factories around the world. And for pirates, of course, you can rob a ship, and because like we need to have a pirate's license if you want to rob a ship. But of course, a pirate is their own job. And the last one is Japan. Maybe you can park at a foreign port without paying fees. Like, so Japanese ships, they can go around the world and like without other people's permission. I think like you can go to any port in the world here. And this is like my territory card, and once you own the car, you own the ownership of this territory. And this is like many resources. I have many resources here, which is like wood, metal, sugar, oil, and gold or something. And they have different prices and they have different functions. It's like when you gain woods and metals, and you can build ships and factories. And once you get oil, you may gain stronger power in battles, and maybe you can move faster. And if you have gold, it's like it can help you to reduce the risks around the world, which is like when there's a war, and maybe there's a pandemic, and maybe the prices will go up for every resources. So you can just buy golds, and the prices rising wouldn't affect you, and you can still buy those things with the same price. And this is like my paper money. I have 5, I have 10, 20, like 50, 100 and 200. And you see I have many cities. Every city stands for a continent, and such as like in Sydney. And I try to decide like that if you want to control the currency, you can just buy some gold, maybe more than other people trying to buy that. And you can conquer such cities like in Sydney in Australia, and for 10, St. Louis in Africa, which is in, I think it is in Madagascar, and Belen near the Amazon River for South America, and Calcutta in Asia, in India, San Francisco, and also like $50 is Amsterdam in Europe. And if you conquer all the cities and you can control whatever values of currencies you want, such as like if I want to control like the notes of $10, and I can either reduce or increase the $10 in the market, and so then maybe you can control the prices of resources, or maybe if you like somehow a little bit complicated, and which is why I'm trying to simplify that, like $200, and if you control $200, the quantity of it in the market, and maybe people are trying to have more such kind of smaller nodes in the market, and which causes like people, as time goes by, and the quantity of such nodes will be reduced, since in everyone's hand, and they have many currencies except $200, and well, maybe the price will go down or something, because I earn less money. I should have earned $100, but since it's all gone, so I can only get 50 instead, maybe, or maybe 10, so the price will go down. And if I have many quantities of $200 on the market, and you may get higher prices of resources, because like every people has $200, as many as they may have, and they will try to buy resources, and once resources are gone, and it takes time for them to regenerate that, so the prices may go up. Well, I wish I was an economic major. And this is like trade. Somehow, because I got inspiration from Ticket to Ride, which is like you have certain roles, and you just complete those roles so you can get money, somehow like that. So maybe you grab 2 or 3 cars after paying $200, and you let your ships go to either city or the car, and maybe you can just discard the other 2 cars, and you have maybe 1 car in Vancouver or in Lima, and you start this journey, you declare your journey to others, and try to complete that without being robbed. And once you go to that city, and after paying like certain parking fees for the destination or for any station during this journey, and you may get $350 here. Yeah, they might not recover all the costs during this time, maybe because you have to spend $200 in order to grab cars, and there are many parking fees, but I will try to make the prices much more fair. I hope so. And you see, there are very long journey, maybe 2 or 20,000 miles away, and of course some of them are very short, like from Anchorage to Honolulu is, yeah, you don't need to take much time, you don't need to spend much money on parking fees, or and I just design such things like that. And the last thing I want to show you is like the piracy license. This is like during the history, like the European countries like France and England, they issue like the letters of marque and reprisals, I think, and which is a very long letter from the royal family at that time. And people, they just can rob ships on the sea or in the ocean, and especially for like ships like maybe two countries, they are against each other, just like England and France. They were against each other once upon a time. And while as England ships, they could rob French ships, and French ships, they could rob English ships, and so on. And the royal family, the government of England or France, they will praise that kind of behavior, but you have to grab this like license first, I think, in order to do that. And this license in my game is like permanent, although I hear it's only 5 terms, 5 rounds. That's okay, that's fine, but you can try to like sell your license to other countries. Seems like here only 4, and there's a country, there's a pirate, and that they don't have a piracy license here, so that's fine. And maybe I will try to reduce like the quantity of the piracy license. And so that's it. And if I have time, try to like design the game and just try to print that out, cut them into pieces, and try to play that. And maybe this marks my beginning of this game, because I've before I move here, I designed the whole bunch of game here, like the whole thing of the game. But well, I just didn't bring it here, and because I'm afraid like things like containing maps, like in like I'm just afraid like the custom feel I'm suspicious or something. Anyway, thank you.